I'm Paulina.
And I'm Mike.
And we're OffGridHawaii. Welcome to our channel. We have a video here for you guys today that is going to be pretty much just a little update. We're going to go over a couple of things that are new and happening here, with one main thing as the focus. But first of all, we haven't really been making a video in all of April because just been really busy with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's been a pretty bad month.
It's been a great month.
A lot of bad things happened.
No, I would say a lot of cool things happened that have brought about more change and development.
Yeah, maybe.
Into our lives, which is great. Alright, so what had happened was...
So let
me explain. So, like, what had happened was... Basically, so we've been living here 3 years, and everybody keeps asking us, hey, what about, you guys got pigs? And we're like, no, pigs don't come here. But lo and behold, in the beginning of April, we had our first pig visitor that came through. He started off pretty mellow. All he did was kind of like turn our compost, pick out some worms. We're like, hey, this is a cool pig. But one day after the next night and night after night, he just kept coming back and went pretty crazy on all the gardens and a lot of the trees, the mulch piles, and it was pretty brutal.
Yeah. One night the pig ate about 100 sweet potatoes right out of our garden bed. Yeah, that's about all the food that it ate. Besides the worms. The worms were the main delicacy for the pig. It just loves worms, and when you're building a mulch pile around all your trees, that's basically where the worms live. Everywhere else is pretty much rock on the land, so it's not just garden beds that the pigs destroy, it's around the fruit trees. And that's what really sucks because, these are long-term investments.
Yeah, so we're not supposed to turn that mulch around because it's, decomposing. It's supposed to be decomposing.
Yeah, and that's where the roots are. And the pigs, they may only go down this deep, but that's where a lot of the roots are feeding on the mulch and everything the worms are delivering.
Yeah, so the good thing is that it appears to have only been one pig. We think it was a male, and it was really big. We actually caught it. Michael set up a snare trap. After many failed attempts, he finally set up a snare trap that worked. It caught the pig, and then the pig got away 6 hours later because we let it sit there overnight, and pigs are very persistent creatures, so he just kept running at it, and eventually he got away. But since then, he hasn't been back, which is great.
Yeah, so it was like 2 weeks this pig just tore everything up, and then finally caught it on this snare that it just tightens like a cable around its leg. It doesn't hurt it at all. But it was able to break loose of that, I guess. I mean, it has a lot of power. That supposedly rated for like 500 pounds, so that pig was pulling really hard to get off.
Yeah, it was scary. It was actually really scary.
Yeah, I charged Paulina about 1 o'clock at night, but good thing it was on the leash.
Yeah, that pig was brutal. But anyway, the worst part was that the pig kept Michael up at night, every single night. He had very little sleep, hurt himself because of it, and it wasn't good. Yeah,
it was just every night just trying to shoo the pig away and, scare it, but it would just come back like even 3-4 times a night, and I'd finally get so tired I'd go to sleep, and then that's when the real damage would happen, like this pig knew. They're so smart.
They're very smart. I think they're smarter than dogs.
I had bad back pain too, so I wasn't able to rest. So the whole month of April has been pretty bad for me. Paulina would disagree. She worked
it was a great
ton.
thing.
Yeah, it was good for her, bad for me.
Yeah, so meanwhile Michael was like struggling with the pig. I was basically just working every single day in April. Well, maybe cut a few days off, but pretty much every single day in April working. Pretty busy cruise ship season, so that's good. Brought in some money. And Michael didn't bring the bacon because the pig got away. Okay. Alright, so that's the pig, right? So basically in this video we want to bring awareness to everybody that pigs are actually like a real threat, even if you haven't had them yet. I know so many people that have had them, and they kept asking us about it. And all our friends have had pigs. They were like, they don't come to our house because they love us.
It's pretty funny though, because we got so many comments like, "What about pigs? What about pigs?" And we keep saying, "Oh, we don't get pigs here. We have tons of dogs. Our neighbors have dogs
and guns
on both sides. Yeah, a lot of gunshots at night." But something moved these pigs from wherever they were, and everybody's getting like hit bad with the pigs this year.
Yes. So we want to share with you guys a couple of things that we are doing or have already done that are keeping the pigs away for good, because we don't want the pigs to come back and destroy everything again, because the trees that it did uproot, we did see some damage like to the foliage.
Yeah, like our breadfruit tree, leaves dropped, the Abiu that's right there started turning yellow. We had avocado, just leaves start falling off the trees. When roots are damaged, the tree really suffers. So.
Yep, so first thing, obviously, working on fencing in the property. So far, that project has started. There's a bunch of fence posts put up. The next thing is just to roll out the fence around it. We relocated our gate, and that's going to be happening pretty soon, completed. So that's great. And one reason for that is because of obviously the pigs, but the second is also because of the dogs.
Yeah, well, we got dogs because we thought they would keep the pigs away. But one morning I woke up around 5, 6 in the morning. I walked right out here, and the pig is literally 10 feet from our door, and the dog's right there sleeping. So the dogs, if they're tired and go to sleep, they're not really going to protect you from pigs.
Yeah, and when we first got them, they wouldn't bark, and we thought we got barkless dogs, but turns out they bark, and they're good boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit more about our dogs. They were both rescued from the Humane Society. One of them is named Blue. He is 5 months old. His real name was Topaz, but we don't like that name, so now we call him Blue. He's really cute. And our other puppy is Bobby, and he is the best. He's looking at me right now. And they say he was 2 years old, but I think he's a little bit younger. But yeah, they're awesome little pups.
Yeah. So, they didn't help with the pigs, but they're nice to have.
Yeah. Because they're my training partners. We go running now.
So, you got a fence is one option. Dogs, they do help a little bit, I think. Just them peeing around the yard keeps pigs away. Maybe that's what they say, but maybe in the beginning there wasn't enough dog pee, so the pigs didn't really get too scared off.
Yeah, that was like their second night when the pig was here.
Yeah.
Next to them.
And your third option is to get some kind of gun, like a rifle, or, like, you'd have to, like, maybe bait them with some corn or something into an area to make sure you're shooting into a safe location, because, the neighbors and stuff, like, you should actually really make sure it's okay with the neighbors, because, we hear gunshots every night, so, people do it. And you could even maybe hire someone to come trap them or shoot them. But so those are the three things that we could think of to get rid of pigs. I know, like, a lot of people have these theories. Somebody told me to get them drunk. We tried that. The pig drank like 4 beers, like soak them in corn or oatmeal.
It got super drunk and it made it super messy. So it just made everything even worse.
Yeah, I think it was even worse that night. This pig was in a drunken rage and just that's the night it ate all the potatoes. I was hungry.
And he was binging out.
Yeah, so they ate a whole pot of corn, beer, and then ate potatoes. Like, they're hungry animals. Yeah, and then somebody told me to put hot peppers all around. I did that with cayenne. I spread it. It didn't help. So it's a real thing that we haven't really talked about on this channel because it hasn't happened to us. But we just want to tell you guys that it's a really good idea to get a fence because all your work, your hard work could be destroyed. Especially if you get more than one pig. Like, people report 33.33 100 pigs. There's, like, one is lucky to only have one. It's usually like 10, like a whole family, and then could even be more. So I know a kid that had all his rare bananas eaten, and I mean, your motivation to do anything just goes like every night I was waking up trying to chase the pig, and in the morning it was like the opposite of Christmas. I would just like see all the stuff that the pig wrecked at night, and imagine going to bed every night knowing that
really sad.
Yeah, knowing that you're gonna
so
wake
sad.
up to something destroyed that you've worked hard planting.
Yeah, but so far so good. The pig hasn't been back.
So I think the
like
fence really is like, if you get a fence, that's it. Like, I don't think you even need dogs or a gun. Like, but the fence is the most expensive out of all of them. Luckily, I have a friend that's helping me. His name's Tarin, and he's doing a little side work for me. He got a jackhammer and stuff. He's helping me put in the T-post, and it's going to help me stretch the fence. But, I mean, just to talk a little bit about the cost of a fence, the materials usually for the fencing is like $2.50 a foot, and you could add another $2.50 if somebody's going to install it. So, like, figure how much fence you need and multiply that by $5 and what it's going to cost. So that was the main reason for not doing one of those 3 videos I talked about last time. It's just we wanted to get this out, before any of that. The soil video seems to be the most popular, so that's what I'm going to make next. When I make that, then we'll vote on the other 2. That way those votes for the soil one will go to either one of those videos. Yeah, what else? We want to maybe just update you guys on a couple more things that happen here. We're getting a lot of fruit. Our trees are growing really big. They're doing really good. We're getting
I think it's springtime. Everything's fruiting. So awesome.
Yeah.
Lychee, white sapote, Rollinia, of course, papayas, bananas, a bunch of pineapples.
Yeah, we talked about hopefully our lychee setting fruit, and it did. So that's gonna be awesome. Like August, they usually ripen up. So we got some white sapote that's set. We got Rollinia. That was amazing. Our first Rollinia. What do you think? You like that?
There's a pomelo.
Yeah, you got a pomelo. We got some other. We got tons of bananas just everywhere. Are you falling asleep?
Yeah. Oh, we also have chickens.
Oh yeah. We got chickens and ducks, and I built them a cage this time so they don't get eaten by mongoose.
Or by Bobby.
Yeah. He ripped a bunch of feathers off of one of the ducks. He doesn't like, well, I don't know, he likes them.
He likes them too much.
He likes to eat them. So it feels kind of weird keeping the chickens and ducks in a cage. I do take them out to walk around, but if we didn't, they'd get eaten by something. So maybe once they get bigger, they're still babies. Yeah,
so these 2 chickens, 2 ducks, they're babies. They were rescued by Michael's sister. Mm-hmm. And she took them in as little tiny babies. They kind of like form a little family all together, so they think that they're all like the same species. And now Kim has left, so Mike's sister has left to go back to Connecticut. So we're taking care of them. So we want to protect them, keep them safe in this nice big cage. Yeah, another change that's happening is the gardens are being focused more on starchy root vegetables like taro, cassava, and sweet potatoes, and less so like Tongan spinach and beans.
Yeah, we're going to cut back on that stuff because we're really not eating it as much.
Yeah, like honestly, we only need like 1 Tongan spinach tree and we're good. But we have like 100 million. Yeah. So we need to cut down. It's just
so easy to replant them, and now I've covered the property.
Yeah, there's too many.
Actually, I was thinking today that it might be a good like chop and drop crop.
Yeah.
Because, it's edible, but it also just grows like anything else. So
it grows
like
really fast.
It's doing really good, so like you could just cut it back and mulch it to whatever is near it.
We've also discovered that having 200 papayas was not necessary. We can actually use a lot less. We have way too many papayas right now. They're good for the most part. Most of them are pretty good, but we don't need so many papaya trees. So we're gonna
Well,
cut down
the good news
papayas.
is the dogs like them.
The dogs do like them. The dogs also eat grass. They're like weird.
The other thing we're not really growing anymore is beans. And we're starting a new trellis, well, the same old trellis with there's wing beans. We didn't get too many of them last time, so it's going to be just wing beans. And our other trellis that had the lima beans, we're changing it over to chayote, which we had kind of for the first time, which is kind of maybe some of you that have always eaten it, or maybe some of you don't even know what it is, but it's like a fruit vegetable that's this big. I don't know. It's like a vegetable, but it has a seed, so.
Alright guys, before we end this video, I just want to mention one quick thing. We do have some trees for sale, some baby plants. If you guys want them, let us know. We'll have a list in the description below, and send us an email if you want to buy one.
We're going to be selling them for pretty cheap because we just want to get rid of them. It's stuff that we're not going to plant here. We have a surplus.
Okay guys, so that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to comment below. If you want to subscribe. If you want to share. If you want to go dance. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we are going to immediately film our next video right now, so we'll have 2 videos back to back.
Okay, so we're doing it.
Soil video.
Soil video. Filming now. It'll be up probably a week after this one, though.
Okay, bye!
See ya.